हेलो गाइस, तो आज हम स्टार्ट करते हैं कंस्ट्रक्टर से। तो डिफ़ॉल्ट कंस्ट्रक्टर के दो टाइप होते हैं, डिफ़ॉल्ट कंस्ट्रक्टर विच इज़ नॉन पैरामीटराइज्ड कंस्ट्रक्टर एंड अनदर इज़ पैरामीटराइज्ड कंस्ट्रक्टर। चलिए एग्जांपल के साथ देखते हैं। व्हेन वी क्रिएट अ क्लास, लाइक आई क्रिएट अ क्लास and conn, this is a class, and when we create object of this class, methods like show. If we want to use the method of show which is inside the conn class, then we need to create the class objects of conn class, which is like conn obj equal to new conn. And one thing, remember that whenever we create objects, by default a constructor has been like now I have been created the object of conn class. If I don't use this show method, then by default constructor has been run, which if we don't declare or define constructor, then by default non-parameterized blank constructor has been created like this, public and conn. This is the by default constructor which has been created by default. Whenever the object of this class has been created like more than one time, or if we create this object like 10 times, then 10 times this constructor has been run. We can see in the example, like we have created this non-parameterized constructor and a printf statement has been inserted. This is a conn class, and when we create the object of this class, then by default this constructor has been run, which is non-parameterized. If we create object of this class and don't use any methods, like only create the object, then this constructor has been run. Let's see with the example. This, when we create the object, then this constructor has been run. Let's see if we create this object more than one time, like 4 times. And the object name is obj1, 2 and 3, and this is 4, and expected is that 4 times this constructor has been run. Then run, and we can see that here 5 time constructor has been printf, which in which I have been created 5 time objects of this class. So 5 time constructor has been run. Let's see parameterized constructor. Parameterized constructor, when we use, then whenever we define variable in class like private string name, private int is, I think one mistake is that whenever we declare any class variable, then constructor has been used any of the reason, but something like that. But one of the reason is that initially this variable has been none, but we want that whenever we execute a program, the specific values, like we want to store Rahul in name string and 24 in age string, then we pass it with constructor like create constructor public. Constructor is like conn, and we have more than one constructor of a class, which is one parameter, 2 parameter, 3 parameter, any number of parameter. So which is, let's see with example. This is default constructor with non-parameterized, and now I have been created constructor with 2 parameter. Okay. String name comma int age, and this dot string equal to this dot name equal to name, and this dot is equal to age. Let's see, whenever we create object of this class, then the value of these variable have been stored with this. It has been public, should be public for accessing another class. If it is private, then it can't directly access in the public class, in the another class. Private variables should be used by getter and setter methods, and these are two variables. Let's create objects of this class. That's this obj1, and next is like Rahul, comma 24, and for now this have been. We can see that one object is non-parameterized, which is run by non-parameterized constructor, and another is parameterized constructor. And then firstly we print the value of variables, like name is plus obj.name and comma plus age is plus age is plus obj.age. Firstly, without assigning name we can print, and after assigning name we can see that firstly when we have not assigned any name, the name is null and age is 0. Then after assigning the value through constructor, name is Rahul and the age is 24. It's not clearly visible, like for a space problem we can. This is like name is null initially and age is 0, and after assigning values name is Rahul and age is 24. And now this is a parameterized constructor, and we can create any number of constructor by increasing the number of parameters. But if we create another constructor like with same number of parameters, then it will be better. Let's see, public conn string name comma int is, like that. It will give error which have been already defined, and we get duplicate method type of conn. And if we increase the parameter index, then it will not giving, like it considered another constructor of this class which have different number of parameters. So same number of parameter with same name, we can't create more than one constructor, but different number of parameters we can create different constructors of class. For assigning values we use constructor. Thanks for watching this video. In next video we will see the another OOPS concepts. Thank you guys.